Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Shall we start or we have to wait?
Hello, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. After this introduction and introduction to the speaker and introduction to the second session, the program can start. FDP program can start. So it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to today's program organized by Department of Pharmacy Practice, Faculty of Pharmacy. We are delighted to have our respected principal, sir, faculty members, and distinguished speakers. Let's begin the day's proceeding. So, as part of the Faculty of Pharmacy, Day 2 International E-FDP on Sustainable Faculty Empowerment, Advanced Pedagogy, Wellness, and Scholarly Excellence, we are honored to have you with us today, distinguished speaker like yourself, madam.
Thank you.
Now, I invite Nitya Anandi, ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacognosy, to introduce our speaker. Madam, please.
It is my great honor to introduce a truly remarkable scientist and an innovator whose outbreaking work is shaping the future of medical bio-nanotechnology. Dr. Koyeli Girigoswami is a distinguished professor in the Medical Bio-Nanotechnology Lab at the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Savita Medical College and Hospital, Tandanam. Holding an MSc and PhD in biophysics from the University of Kalyani, along with postdoctoral fellowship from KAIST, South Korea, where she earned the BK21 fellowship. Expertise in roles at AIH, recognized as the top second scientist by Stanford University 2004 and 25. She has guided numerous PhD, UG second year projects.
Converted into business. So, today I'm going to give an introduction about entrepreneurship and what are the different funding opportunities available in India and Tamil Nadu to support your company. So entrepreneurship is a pursuit of creating, managing, and scaling and up of your business, but you have to take some risks also, that is called calculated risk, and we can bring forth new products, services, also solutions to certain problems, and depending on the market, what is required and what is not required. So the father of entrepreneurship was Joseph Alois Schumpeter, and he introduced this concept. So, who is an entrepreneur? We should not have a low confidence that I cannot be an entrepreneur because I'm a scientist. I only know to study or do some research, high quality research. How can I do a business? So that idea first you have to throw out from the mind. So someone who has the ability and desire to establish, administer, and succeed in a startup venture, along with the risk entitled to it, to make some profits, they are the best entrepreneurs. So in our country, the two types of entrepreneurship are the small business entrepreneurship and large company entrepreneurship. And the four things we should keep in mind is the innovation, because being in the field of science, we do some innovate every day, and some can be also making some impact in the society and can be filed as a patent or a copyright. So that is called innovation, and you have to take some calculated risk whenever you are going to start any kind of entrepreneurship. And the vision should be that where do I go? If I start the business today, where do I stand after 5 years or 10 years? That vision should be totally clear, means it should not have anything, any clumsiness in your idea. And of course, organization of all the things, means whenever you're doing a business, there is a demand, there is a supply. So there should be always a balance between these two, and in between all the staffs and the people who are involved in your business. So these are the few traits. So you should have the passion, then risk-taking ability, persisting in nature, means you should not fall down at any stage, that because initially you won't see the face of profit every time. So you have to be persistent. No, I will keep on trying in my entrepreneurship, and definitely after 3 years or 4 years, we will get some business, means good profit. And your ideas should be innovative, and it should be also ethical in nature. We cannot do any unethical business in not only India, anywhere in the world. So the entrepreneurs are important for the economy of any country, because they create jobs. It may be small job or a big job, but we are job creators, and they can create some change in the mindset of people whom they're recruiting, and they add to the national income of the country. They promote the research and development and promote capital formation and balance the economic development. So I'll just skip these lines. So first, the process of entrepreneurship is that you have to decide that, yes, I want to become an entrepreneur and I should have some successful business ideas. Suppose there is already some existing product in the market. It is working good, but it may have some flaws in it, which you can make sure that you can rectify it and make a better product. That is also an innovation. It may not be a patented innovation, but that is a modification of an existing idea. That can also be a business idea. So you have to move the idea to make an entrepreneurship firm and manage and grow that entrepreneurship firm. So how to do all this, I'm going to explain in India. So initially in 2015, it started the Startup India and Stand Up India campaign. And it is a revolutionary scheme that has started to help the people who start their own business. And these people have ideas and capability, and government will support them to make sure they and implement the ideas and grow. So the campaign was first announced by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji on 15th of August in 2015, Independence Day address from the Red Fort. So once this idea started, and there were so many successful stories after that. So the missions of Startup India is to launch the social ventures in a way they can scale social ventures in a way they generate impact, seed the first generation social entrepreneurs in the last mile communities. They can catalyze and influence the resources of business, government, and media towards fostering many more social ventures. So this is the entity, the startup first recognized till now are 136,164 startups in India. So the entity is working towards innovation, development, or improvement of products or services, which is scalable business model with high potential of employment generation and wealth creation. So we can go to this Marg website is there. That is a main source from where we can get ideas, how many startups are there and how many users are there in the portal, what are those different schemes available, from where we can get the funding. Because if I want to initiate a business, I need a fund first. And of course, you should have to do pitching to those funders. And if they like your ideas, they will definitely fund you for your business. So this Marg, that is the Startup India website. And the companies can be, which we have to register a company. The company can be a private limited company or a limited liability partnership or a registered partnership firm. So the turnover should not be less than 100 crores in any of the previous financial years, and it has not completed a period of 10 years from the date of incorporation. Which means what? That even if you have an existing company which is not more than 10 years old, it is eligible to be recognized as a startup. And the startup should be working towards innovation or improvements of existing products, services, and processes, and should have the potential to generate employment or create some wealth. It is not formed by splitting or reconstructing any existing company. It should not be by any existing companies I have, which is running for a loss. You are splitting it and making it to register as a new company. No, that is not possible. So what I suggest is best is to start with a partnership firm, and then if you proceed further, you can go for a private limited company. So in India, if you are going to get a recognition as a startup, DPIIT is the entity which will give you a certificate so that you become a Startup India company. So it stands for Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. And under the Startup India initiative, eligible companies can get recognized as startup by DPIIT in order to access the benefits available to it. So how to get recognized as a startup? So suppose it is not actually a very big deal, because I myself have registered for a startup company. What is the problem the startup is solving? How does your startup propose to solve the problem? What is the uniqueness of your solution? How does your startup generate revenue? These four clear questions, if you can answer in the pitching or even in the funders form, you have to write all these things. If you can defend well, they will definitely fund you and your company can get registered as a startup. So there are certain types of entity, which is name and CIN of the entity and the industry like this. So you need certain things like the PAN card of your company. First step is the Form C registration, and then you make a partnership agreement, and then you have a PAN of your company, TAN of your company, and the final stage will be that DPII. So if I show you as a flow chart, that how you are eligible for Startup India scheme is, you have to first register the partnership form, that is called Form C, and then the turnover should be always less than 25 crores, and then you get the DIPP certificate, and you have to go for incubator. You can go for an incubator where they will nurture you for developing your business, or you can get some patent or trademark to be licensed by you. And if you meet all these criteria, then you are eligible for the startup. In India, there are several benefits given to the startup companies. Like first thing is the tax benefits. So exemption from the income tax 80 IAC. The entity registered under Startup India can avail exemption of payment of income tax for 3 consecutive years out of the first 10 years from the date of incorporation of the entity. So first 3 years, you don't have to pay any tax to the government of India. To avail this benefit after getting recognition, the startup has to separately apply to the Interministerial Board. The said benefit is available for startups registered on or before 1st of April 2016. So this is the one. Next benefit is capital gains exemption. It means in the name of the company, if you want to buy a car, or if you want to buy some big capital investment, so it is free of tax. So Section 54 GB was amended by the Finance Act 2016 to provide an exemption of capital gains arising out of sale of residential property if the same is invested in shares for the startup company. The main aim of this amendment was to provide relief to an individual or HUF who would like to set up or start up a company by selling the residential property. However, this exemption is subjected to condition that the individual or the HUF must not hold more than 25% of the shares of the company. Means you can sell your house, start the business, but you should be a shareholder of only 1/4 of the total company. And then when the shares are issued for more than fair market value, the same is added as income under other sources. So even if you have the share and if you gain some profit out of it, it will be carried forward as its income of the company. Now, the different kinds of funding which are available. So first we should know there are different type of investors who will invest money on your company, like banks. You can take loan from banks, then personal investors, then peer-to-peer lenders, seed investor, mainly the angel investors and the venture capitalists. They are very useful and they really help you out. And the private equity investors, then incubators and accelerators, then crowdfunding platforms, government programs, personal funding, purchase order financing, and pre-sales financing, startup contests, and entrepreneur fellowships. Among these all, we should not follow the number 3, that is peer-to-peer lenders and the crowdfunding platforms. Then MSME registration. So MSME, you know that MSME registration is compulsory whenever you're going to do a startup. There are 3 types of definition, that is micro, small, and medium, in which the capital investment is less than 1 crore, less than 10 crore, and less than 50 crore. So there is an Udam registration, that is udamregistration.gov.in is the website where you have to register for your MSME. And these are the basic details you need when you're going to register for MSME, like the Aadhaar card of yours, PAN of the organization, then basic bank details, and address details. And if you have any number of employees, initially if you don't have number of employees, you are the only one employee, then any kind of current financial, you don't have to fill up much in this. And the NIC classification, whether it is a product, whether it is a service, or whether you're going to improvise on an existing product, that. So MSME schemes, there are many schemes, like Samadhan is one of the schemes where the buyer is to pay the compound interest to the supplier on the amount that 3 times RBI rate in case the payment is not made within 45 days of the acceptance of the goods or service. Suppose you are going to take a loan and you are going to place an order and you have received the goods. After receiving the goods, within 45 days, you have to return the amount to the bank. Then there's an SIP EIT scheme. So reimbursement of 15 lakhs per invention or 50% of the total charges of the patent application, whichever is lesser, that is supported by this scheme. There is MSME innovative scheme. So here the reimbursement for registration of patent, trademark, or GI design for foreign patent up to 5 lakhs, domestic patent up to 1 lakh, GI registration up to 2 lakhs, design up to 15,000, and trademark up to 10,000. So every slide I have given you where you can apply the websites. MSME funding schemes, there is a CGTMAC, another one. In case of default, the trust settles the claim up to 75%. Means the trust will be a guarantee like that. And the loan up to 2 crores you can get by this scheme. There is another scheme called CGSS. So it is a credit guarantee schemes for startups, and up to 10 crore collateral free balancing guarantee cover if used. Okay, so this much is the amount. There is another scheme that is the 59 minutes scheme. So there are up to 10 lakh limit for this scheme. Then there is PMEGP. So here also up to 50 lakhs amount can be obtained. And I would like to mention about few startup India companies like Oyo. His founder is Ritesh Agarwal. Everybody knows about Oyo Homes. Then Gupta Burger, that is Dheeraj Gupta is the person. GPay, that is Sujit Narayanan. Then Veer Di Chap, that is founder is Shobit Verma. And MX Takatak, that is the founder is Mr. Karan. So bootstrapping, crowdfunding, angel investors. So angel investors, I would like to emphasize because they are the individuals with surplus cash and a keen to invest the upcoming startups. They can also offer mentoring or advice along with the capital. So angel investors have helped many Indian startups like Unacademy, Crownate, Book Events, Wittyfeed. So, and some of the top angel investors are actually Mr. Ratan Tata, Mr. Late Ratan Tata, then Rajan Anandan, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, Sanchin Bansal. They are all very good angel investors and they have actually funded a lot of startup companies in India. Venture capitals, there are certain venture capitals which professionally manage the funds and invest in companies with huge potential to grow. So they usually invest in a business against the equity, and there is an IPO. Many of you know about IPOs, and the well-known venture capitalists in India are Helion Venture Partners, Accel Partners, Bloom Ventures, Nexus Ventures Partners, etc. There are many incubators also that they are like a parent to the child, means they will give you the space, the electricity, the infrastructure. You have to develop the business in that incubator. When you grow up enough, you can come out and make your own establishments. So in government of Tamil Nadu, we have the EDII, that is Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute. In that website, you can apply for funding to start a business. So in that website, you have to go for IVP, that is called Innovation Voucher Program. In that, there are two vouchers. One is voucher A, voucher B. So you have to select voucher A. And of course, you should have a knowledge partner who will be an expert in that field. So if any student or PhD scholar is going to register for a company, their guide should be their knowledge partner. And then another one is from the Startup India, that is in this, there are different central government schemes in which you can apply for funding your startup. You can register your startup and do fund. Like Mudra Yojana is there. So Mudra Yojana is another one. So Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is a scheme launched by the Prime Minister for loans up to 20 lakhs. So in Mudra Yojana also there are four types are there, like Shishu, that is up to 50,000, Kishore up to 50,000 to 5 lakhs, then Tarun up to from 5 lakhs to 10 lakh, and then Tarun Plus, which is from 10 lakhs up to 20 lakhs. So this is Mudra, Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana is a very good funding scheme for the startups. And BIRAC is there from Government of India. Many of you have heard about BIRAC. So there are different kinds of schemes available for supporting the startups. There is another one, it's called Atal Innovation Mission. So that is also a Government of India flagship initiative to create and promote the culture of innovation. And in Atal Innovation Scheme also, we can get funding. Another one is Sunil. Sunil means strengthening, upscaling, and nurturing the local innovations for livelihood. So that is another scheme from Government of India. Mainly, they cover about the natural resource management, drinking water and sanitation, education, health and nutrition, social security, local transport and development, electricity and clean. Another is these startups are mainly for the electronic and information technology center of excellence or any innovation which will with a stakeholder will give strong economy to build innovation and technological development together. Then this is another one which is called Yukti. Yukti is from AICTE, that is from Government of India, where there was a challenge, there was a pitching challenge which was conducted, and it was in 3 to 4 rounds where I got the funding for my startup, because I have a product which is patented by me, and I want can get it in this website. So that is the Statathon 2025. Then there are so many competitions they will be holding, and compete there, they will give you funding. So this is a Yukti innovation repository is there, and where we have to submit our innovation, and accordingly pitching will be there, and you will get the fundings. So first you should submit one idea, and then the prototype, and then different business model and startup. So this was my product, and I have already set up a partnership with Agnishwar. He's my husband as well as a scientist in Chettinad. And we have already developed the product for cleaning the water, because water scarcity is a big problem in Chennai. And if we can develop a product which can be used So I think I have ended up my talk. So be a job provider rather than a job seeker. Thank you so much. Any questions? I'll be happy to answer.
Hello. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello. Yes.
The session was really informative.
Thank you, sir.
Some participants have raised some queries, madam. I would
Okay.
like to just read it out.
Yeah.
Okay. The first query is, how do incubators and accelerators support startup?
Yeah. Okay, so you have to approach the different incubators, because in region wise you will get different, like IIT Madras is an incubator, even our Savita Medical College has an incubator. So what they will do is they will provide you a room, a facility, and some little basic infrastructure like electricity, water, and but equipments and all they cannot provide. That you have to purchase from your own, because everyone has different business and different equipment requirements. So you have to approach them and they will help you out. This is the way they provide initially. And after that, when you grow, when the business will grow, you have to make your own establishment. Yes, sir. Next question.
Madam, second question what they raised is, how can startups overcome financial risk in early stage?
Yeah, that is what initially I told. Whenever you are thinking to become an entrepreneur, you have to take a calculated risk. Calculated risk means you cannot make the product in bulk if you don't do the marketing. So first thing is to go for the market survey. That you have to invest a lot, that what is the demand. Based on that, if you make the product and then give the supply chain, once the money gets rolled, means you get back some profit, then only you can, means what you call, you can extrapolate your product development. So you have to take a balanced risk, means you have to be very much organized. You cannot take risk at once, that okay, I made 1 lakh copy of my product, and then when you go to market you see the demand is only 50,000. What will happen to the rest 50,000? So it cannot be done like that. First is the market survey, the demand, and how your product is better than the existing product to solve that problem. That also you have to identify and then go for it. Next question, sir.
Madam, next question is,
Hello.
what are the key elements of successful startup pitch?
Yeah. Whenever you are going to start the pitching, first you have to tell what is the need of the society. You have to convince them that my product is needed. You cannot simply say it, that product is also good, my product is also good. No, my product is the best. I have overcome all the limitations of those products which are existing, and this is much more better in a cost effective way as well as it in its efficiency. Then only people will take up. So you have to sell your idea actually.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so
Ma'am,
much
this is
for giving
a
me the
personal
opportunity.
story.
Yes.
Like last year, two students have approached me with a startup idea on CPR. They had a technology,
Okay.
they had a plan on how to do it, but they were
Hmm.
really stuck because MSME platforms were not ready to fund them. They were trying they were pitching it everywhere, but they were not getting right results on how to go out with the idea. Like I told them,
I do.
the initial idea will be to speak with the particular industries who are actually handling it so that they can get some
Yeah.
more insights on how to go for it. But
Yeah. Okay, sir.
as they were students and the approaching, they couldn't approach most of the people and they were stuck. So, what will be your idea on for them? Because this is what they will be expecting, all the faculties here, because we will be helping the students in whichever need is possible now. So, what idea we can give our students if they come up with this kind of idea?
Okay. Actually, I'm not if I have not heard it wrong, is it CPR you told?
Yeah, CPR.
Yeah. So it is a technique, right? It is a technique. It is not a product, no, sir.
No, it is a technique. They have
It is a technique.
prepared a model, a mechanical model on which it could be done with
Okay.
easy. Yeah.
Okay. If they have made a model, then it becomes a product. So first thing, initial step is to file a patent. If
Right.
you file a patent, then your product is protected, sir. Nobody can copy it. So if you have a patent filed, you can approach to the people that I have filed a patent. You should have a solid evidence in your hand that your product is working. It is a new innovation. If you don't have a patent filing doesn't take more than 2,500 rupees if it is an individual patent. So filing is very, very important. That is the first step, what I feel. And for the CPR pitching, you have to approach the companies who make medical equipments, no, sir. And you should also approach not to very high companies, means who are doing medium business. To them, you can approach. So definitely they will fund. I hope they will fund. Because I'm not sure about medical equipments or medical gadgets companies. I'm not sure much.
All right, ma'am. I'll just suggest them for patenting their idea
Patenting
first.
is very important. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I think
Thank
all
you.
the queries have been answered by you, madam. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, sir. Thank you. I'll be happy.
Now,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. Please go on.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Now I request Dr. Gajalashmi ma'am, our vice principal, to kindly felicitate the speaker. Madam, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for inviting our invitation to attend the E-FDP conducted by Faculty of Pharmacy, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, ma'am. Your talk was really valuable, and we are sure that we'll be in contact with you for future references for making startup opportunities and funding for our students and research community, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. As a token of honor and gratitude, we sincerely uh, present you a e-certificate on this auspicious occasion, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. I can leave, no?
Vote of thanks is there, ma'am.
Just a minute, madam.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
I
sure, sure.
invite Dr. Srija, Professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice, to deliver the vote of thanks. Madam, please.
A very good day to all. Today's session has have truly been enriching and insightful, providing us with valuable knowledge and practical perspectives. It is my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the Faculty of Pharmacy for these informative sessions. First and foremost, I express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Muhammad A. Abdul Qadir, sir, for delivering an enlightening session on the art of scientific writing, a practical approach for research. Your clear and practical insight into manuscript writing, publication strategies, and academic integrity have greatly enhanced our understanding and will certainly help us in improving our research communication skills. I would also like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Koyeli Girigoswami, Madam, for her highly informative session on opportunities for startups, fundings, and entrepreneurships. Your session provided us with valuable awareness about entrepreneurships, startup initiatives, funding opportunities, and the importance of innovation in the today's world. It was it has truly motivated us to think beyond conventional career paths and explore entrepreneurial possibilities. I would like to express our heartfelt thanks to our Honorable President, uh, Secretary, sir, and our beloved Principal, sir, for their continuous support and encouragement in conducting these programs. My sincere appreciation goes to all the organizing committee members whose dedication and coordinated efforts made the session a great success. I also extend my thanks to all the participants for your active involvement and enthusiastic participation, which added immense value to these sessions. Finally, I thank everyone present here for being a part of this wonderful learning experience. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Dhanalakshmi, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear participants, the feedback form will be given in the WhatsApp group as well as in the chat. Please make sure that you fill the feedback form today itself. Thank you. Thank you. Also, please be informed that day three schedule and other details will be kept in the group today itself. Thank you.